Let me start by thanking my cabinet colleagues and fellow MPs for placing their confidence in me and choosing me to lead the team. I stand on the shoulders of giants, and one in particular stands out, and that's Mr. Lee Hsien Loong. He has done so much for Singapore, especially in the last 20 years of leading our country. During this period, our economy has grown tremendously, and Singaporeans have enjoyed steady improvements in their incomes and standard of living. We have weathered through many crises and emerged stronger each time. Our international standing has strengthened considerably, and the Singapore brand is admired and respected worldwide. So on behalf of all Singaporeans, I thank Mr. Lee Hsien Loong for his selfless service to our country and lasting contributions to Singapore. The upcoming swearing-in ceremony on 15th of May is not just for me, it's also for a new cabinet. For this moment, though, there should not be any major changes because our system works on the basis of continuity and progressive change. It has never been the case that when there is a leadership transition, all the older ministers step down at the same time. Instead, they continue to contribute in different ways while making room for the younger ones to step up. So I will adopt the same approach when I take over. In particular, I have asked Mr. Lee Hsien Loong to continue serving in cabinet as senior minister, and I'm glad that he has agreed to do so. And the other ministers will continue to serve in their respective portfolios. In fact, some of them were just appointed recently, so there's really no reason to change. I will also look at possible promotions as well as consider bringing in a few backbenchers to strengthen the team. So I will share the details of the cabinet lineup in a press conference a few days before the swearing-in ceremony. The bigger changes to the cabinet lineup will likely happen only after the next general election. In fact, I'm already in the midst of looking for new candidates, especially those with potential to hold political office. So depending on the outcome of the general election, there will be an opportunity then to renew and strengthen the team with new members. And this will be one of my key priorities, which is to form the best possible team to serve Singapore and Singaporeans. Meanwhile, for the rest of this term of government, we already have a full agenda to deal with concerns around the economy, jobs, and cost of living, provide more assurance to seniors, families, and other vulnerable groups in society, and to take concrete steps to realize our shared aspirations, which we have set out in the Forward Singapore report. We made some big moves in this year's budget, but as I had shared then, that was just the first installment of our Forward Singapore plans, and there's still much more that needs to be done. So I invite all Singaporeans to join me in this journey. We have many challenges to tackle, but also many opportunities to chart a new way forward for ourselves and our nation. So work with me and my team. Let us write a new chapter for the Singapore story. Let us shape our future together.
Hi, DPM Wong. I'm Yuan Si from the Straits Times. Actually, you answered a bit of my question.
Sure.
But so, do you mind elaborating maybe, besides continuity, what were your other considerations in deciding on your new cabinet? And also, how will you decide, like, who will step down and who you might bring in from the backbench?
For now, as I explained, I won't be able to bring in people from outside to join the team until the election. So for now, the broad shape of the team remains intact. I don't expect major changes, but we are looking at possible promotions and backbenchers joining the team. As to who they are, what changes that might be, I think you wait for the announcement and wait for the press conference that will be revealed just a few days before swearing in itself. But going forward, as I said, my main priority is to continue renewing, updating the team, and forming the best possible team for Singapore. And my considerations are to seek both change and continuity, as I had explained. I want continuity because we should build on what we have today. We should affirm and reinforce what works well for Singapore. But I also want change because we should re-examine and refresh our current approaches and be prepared to break new ground in order to adapt more effectively to a rapidly changing environment. So I will want, in time to come, a good balance between experienced ministers as well as new members of the team who can add fresh perspectives to our deliberations.
Thank you.
DPM, Ke Yang from Zabao here. Thank you for confirming that PM Lee will be staying on as a senior minister in the new cabinet. Can we ask about whether SM Teo will be a team member as well, and who will you be picking as your deputies?
So as I said just now, the other ministers, and that includes SM, will continue in their respective portfolios. There may be marginal adjustments here and there, but I do not expect at this stage major change. I expect all of them, the existing ministers, to remain largely in their current portfolios. But I'm still in the process, in fact, of engaging and speaking to each one of them. And I also have to take into account their considerations, what they would like to do as part of the team. So this conversation continues with all of them, and when I'm ready, we will announce the full lineup.
DPM Shalin from CNE here. So you'll be delivering the National Day rally for the first time this year. What are the topics you're likely to cover, and will it be a GE-focused NDR?
For now, my main preoccupation is preparing for swearing in. It's only a month's time. There's not a lot of time, in fact. If you look at previous occasions, there was a much longer runway from the announcement to the swearing in. This time, not so much time, just 1 month, not only about getting ready for the ceremony itself, but also preparing speeches and all that. So that's my main preoccupation and focus. In time to come, there will be opportunity to talk about the National Day rally, and I'll share more about these plans.
Can I also ask then, how will the PAP anniversary in November this year impact when you might call the GE? And will it be a time to rally the party or a chance to stock take the support for the PAP?
Well, there are two different things altogether. We have the party conference once every 2 years. It's an opportunity for the cadres to meet and for them to elect and vote the leadership into the CEC, and this will happen later this year. General elections are a different matter. Preparations for the GE is always a work in progress. The work to prepare for the next GE starts the day after the last election. We have to consistently tend the ground, attend to the needs of residents, and strive to win over their hearts and minds. And I tell our branch chairs, our activists this all the time. We have to do this work consistently and do this work well. And if we do that, if all our branches do that, then we really don't have to anticipate or second guess when the elections are called, because whenever the button is pressed, we will be ready for the campaign.
Minister, could you just elaborate on what your immediate priorities are as you take over as PM?
I thought I shared just now. So in government, as I had mentioned just now, in government, we will have to tackle immediate concerns around jobs, economy, cost of living. We will have to provide, and we are continuing to provide greater assurance to families, to seniors, to vulnerable groups. And we'll have to start work not just dealing with immediate concerns, but taking concrete steps towards our shared aspirations, something that we had set out to do through the Forward Singapore exercise. We have a roadmap, and we hope we can take concrete steps towards this, because this is not something that can be done overnight, and we have to sort of take steps towards building towards our longer-term goals. Of course, along the way, we will continue to take inputs from Singaporeans, get ideas, get them to share their hopes, dreams, and concerns, and we will continue to update our plans. So these are things we will continue to do till the end of this term of government. Separately, as I highlighted just now, we are continuing to focus on getting the best team to form the government and to form to join us in office, to join us as a party, and to join us potentially as office holders. That continues to be my priority, and that continues to be something I'm doing, engaging different people. And hopefully, when the election is called, I will be able to present a new slate of candidates with quite a number of them having the potential to hold office.